Hello, in today's video we're taking a quick look over one of the most common support questions that we get asked, which is to do with labour calculations and profit calculations as seen on the quotations and sales orders. If at this point you haven't watched any of the other videos dealing with adding quotations and sales orders and profit margin calculations to the system, I'd advise you to do so before continuing with this video. Let's go straight into it. If we go to a quotation, if we look at this C prod, we can see that the customer is elected to add 3,000 units at a price of 80 pence. Here the profit margin is 40% because the cost per unit is 48 pence, 48 pence should I say, with a profit per unit of 32 pence. So our profit margin is 40 pence, and we can see this quantity of 3,000 here. What this is showing us is the labour charge for 3,000 has been stored. So if I go into here, we can see that we definitely have the labour charge for 3,000. However, if we look at the 4,000, we can see the profit has shot up, and this is simply because the cost per unit has come down significantly. Now that may happen on some occasions, however in this occasion we can see we have a quantity showing of 0. If we click this button, there is no labour charge showing. Now, it is not mission critical to have labour charges set for each possible quantity that the customer may order. Indeed, you may have several occasions where it's not even a requirement. If the customer has elected to have price breaks between 3 and 3,500 for example, and you only have the labour charge for 3,000, then you could add a 3,500 line. It would charge out the correct price, but yes, your profit line wouldn't show correctly, and this would skew some of your reports. To overcome that is very, very simple. You can do this either before the quotation's added, after the quotation's added, or at any point in the flow. If we click on the C prod in question, we'll use this line because it's 4,000. And we click to edit the trade pricing. Again, if you don't know what any of this is referencing, please look at some of the other videos to deal with adding C prods. We click to view our pricing recommendation and click to load last setup. We can see the last one we did was that 3,000 labour that we already saw. Let's change that instead to 4,000. We'll just double check it's still going on the same machines for the 3,000, which it probably is in this instance, but we can double check and change it accordingly. In this case, we don't need to do anything else with the pricing. We're already happy with our price breaks. All we want to do is save that labour rate that we've just calculated. If we see there, it says labour cost saved. We'll come back out of this, go back to our quotation. As you can see, it doesn't look like anything's happened. If we simply click to edit, ignore the warning for now, do nothing else to it other than simply save, which forces it to re-look at any of the labours that have already been stored, and instantly we can now see that there is a labour charge there. That should hopefully overcome this little minor issue. I hope you've enjoyed the video.